It is string theory time. Got those refits done. Next one's going to be the last for these stations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 new colonies. Bunch of attacks. And another intel project finished, causing the Kentarans to lose a couple resources. Very nice. They still have the smallest of our economies in this quadrant, so let's hope that hurts them. They were trying to research mineral miners, so I guess they were hard up for minerals, so this is going to be nice. Then trade got some of those organics back. I don't think he'll actually need the surplus that we gave him. And we got level 2 battleships transferred to us from the trader on their side. He is smuggling high value technologies, individual levels of it, through to our side. And now we can build battleships that are not just 1k, but 1k and 40 in size. Also heavy carriers in case somebody wants to build a monstrosity like this. It looks better in a small icon. Here it looks more like a 25-year-old BOTF texture or something. Alright. Population is going happier because of our defensive groups. Yes, our secret police being very defensive. Right, anything else finish? Anything else that needs orders right now? Anything else that we should not forget to launch? No, 2 more of our warbirds finished. Very nice. Nope, nothing else. Alright. Here's the very first of our warbirds finishing there, and now we can build bigger warbirds. Let's go do that first. Heavy shipment level 1. I think if we want just pure damage, the small weapon, the large ship mounts that don't increase size are actually more efficient, but we do want the extra 10 kilometers of range. They are actually rather important. So I think we can put on another one of these though. No, 45 kilojoules, but we have 40 kilojoules more space. We pull 5 kilojoules of something out, right? Yeah, pull 5 kilojoules of these ordnance storage, and we can put in an extra gun. That's an option. I've ran some simulations between turns to compare my battleship designs to the battleship designs of all the others, the other enemies that we have in the quadrant, and they're relatively similar. If you're just fighting 1v1 battleships, which is kind of an artificial scenario, you rarely fight one battleship against one battleship, then shield regenerators are effective, which some people on their side have, but I'm not going to put any shield regenerators in here if I'm expecting large fleet battles that are fueled by the dense economies of this quadrant. Since everybody can colonize all planet types and such, everybody's relatively rich. Alright. What would we put in here? Could just put in 2 extra armor plates. More point defense. I have these 2 bombers, a flak and a beam. Would be good. It's mostly the E that actually still use missiles. They have a battleship design that has plasma missiles. They have these 3 plasma missile destroyers. Yeah. Let's just chuck in extra armor. Call it the Derridex 3. If we get more space in these things, I will want to put... Yeah, the actual HP increase isn't that good with just level 4 armors. But if we're going to get more, we're going to want to put more weapons in. Can I upgrade any? None that haven't been started yet. Obsolete the older David X design. Take this. Did we get quantum engines transferred yet? No. He's probably just analyzing one of the ships this turn. Okay, then let's check our research. Right, we have conservation 1 now. If we go and look at one of our ship's abilities, should now have here in the quadrant right, supply usage reduced by 2%. Does that mean your engines actually use less supplies now? Yes, they use 4 supplies instead of 5 supplies now. So just having level 1 seems to reduce supply consumption by 20%. Alright, guess I don't need to take any more of this. Creation is still nice, but it's a production bonus, and I'm not going to put any more in there for a just pure research bonus. I'm not interested in the resource bonus right now. We want to put in 12k for another level of education. It's almost an entire turn of research. Been talking with my ally, and we need to upgrade our just plain combat technology. To upgrade our guns, we need to upgrade our armor, we need to upgrade our shields. Armor. And I would like to upgrade our sensors and our combat sensors. Okay. Let's look at the designs that I analyzed. Here's this battleship from the E that has 4 plasma missiles on there, using regenerators. I don't think they actually have a different battleship. And what was it? Something with B here. Basileus was the design that the Gulag have, which are the main enemy that that Mystic is fighting over there. He has just a ton of guns on here, and interestingly 2 incinerator beams. Level 4 incinerator beams, which require level 9 high energy discharge weapons. They're nasty because they are relatively long ranged. They're not particularly accurate. They are half the accuracy of the APBs that everybody's using, including us. But they just deal a ton of damage. And since these unlock with level 9 high energy discharge, that means they are just 1 level away from getting the wave motion gun unlocked, which is even higher range and even higher damage. If you just pack a bunch of wave motion guns on a ship, you have a good chance of just alphaing, one-shotting individual battleships off the field. That can be quite devastating. The best defense that we have for something like this would be ECM. Not getting hit by big guns like these. He has 10 APBs on there. I've got 5 on my ship. Well, he's just got those 3 shield generators. These ships didn't actually perform all that well. If we just take 5 of these, 1v1, they would defeat my David X2s. Oh yeah, up. It's alphabetical. But in a group, the regeneration is not as impactful because more ships target one ship at once. See that our guns are making short work of my HP. Well, actually, this time they destroyed me quite handily, all their guns. I guess there's a little bit of variation in there, in the outcomes of these simulated battles. Oh. Gonna sim it again, just to make sure. We'll throw some of our newer designs in there with the extra armor plates. And then here you can see that they shoot first. This is also a problem. I have 110 range, I believe. Yes, 110 with the heavy ship mount. and my level 4 APBs. They have on the APBs of the heavy ship mount 10 as well, level 5, but that doesn't give them extra range. But these incinerators just have the 120. That's what's hitting me here. That's what's causing here all this HP to be gone. Yeah, please get destroyed as well. Too bad. Yeah, anyway, we need better ship tech, that's clear. It's still not so bad, even if 5v5 or tonnage for tonnage, our ships get destroyed because we have bigger economy. But the difference is not that big. So anyway, let's check out the other players' ship designs. The Kentara Imperium, the Gomez design, we've already looked up a bunch. It's, I believe, the one that was the weakest out of all those that I fought. He has 3 guns on here, and just 1 null space shield generator with heavy regeneration. Let's take 5 of these. I believe those were the ones that beat handily in a group because he was just relying so much on regeneration. So he has 3 of these phase disruptors, which are very similar to APBs. He has 120 range on them, but they're even more accurate. So the ECM that I want to take first is not going to be that affected by them. Any point defense that we are lugging around is just dead weight for all of us. The emissive armor doesn't really help him, reduces each hit by 8 points. That does not really matter if you're getting hit by APB shots that do 80 damage. It's more effective against fighter weapons and such. Also here you can see them shooting first. You can see that my ships take a lot longer to go down in this case. And you can see even with 600 out of 1400 internal HP remaining, there's still a bunch of these internal guns here remaining because all the stuff on the side gets hit first. The other players are generally using that as well, that kind of design. Here is his crew quarters and such. Also on the outside of the ship. Although he's protecting his engines by putting them a little further inside. Again, it's just 1 ship remaining with no extra HP. Another simulated battle that failed. Looked so much better yesterday when I was simming these. Alright, so anybody else remaining? This is just our ally here. Twilight Collective. Zorn out of the game. And this is Slop and Raiders. I think they actually had the most effective design. Let's check where it is. It's Carriers. He's clearly making a lot of designs, but he has the smallest empire of theirs. Another destroyer. Here Viper, that was it. Viper is just mostly point defense battleship, 2 heavy guns, and fighter rockets. And this is a relatively balanced battleship with 2 of these heavy incinerators and then large APBs. A single regenerator and a decent mixture of shields and armor. Let's sim 4 of these as well. So against my the David X3 this time. Let's hope it's not going to come to this, so we have a fight like this. It actually shows me as having higher range because I have the 150 range bomblet missiles. the actual weapons that we are using in this fight only have like 110, 120 range. Well, at least we got one of those. Yep. So, we either need better guns, so we need better armor and shields, or since we are mostly looking at direct fire weapons fighting each other in the future, I'm going to go for defense systems. I want the combat sensor that unlocks with the defense systems tech now. Let's see, what is it? The multiplex scanner there. There's 2 levels of it. I think one is at level 3 or 4. And the other one's at level 7 or 8. I want the second one of those unlocked. That's an extra combat sensor that we can also put on our ships for the direct fire advantage. So I'm going to spend a couple turns on this. Going to leave the cultural advancements by the side. Even though I just unlocked sociology, I would still be interested in a diplomatics achievement to increase the trade cap with my ally, but again, it's resources and we don't need resources right now. So defense systems it is. Once we get the quantum engines, I will get quantum engines 4, and then it will be more armor and shields and more weapons. We might also be interested in getting wave motion guns ourselves. But there's still the question of the Slurper narrators eventually flipping to our side, and they could gift us that technology then. The very much most problematic part of this is another one. They are squeezed in between the Gurak, the Eee, here the Gurak homeworld, and here is directly adjacent to the Slurper homeworld over there. Slurper Prime. And it's got the Eee on the bottom here. And there's the Kentarans that are blocking him off from me as well. So he's surrounded by his allies now, and the allies that he wants to betray. He does want to flip to our side. Oh, he's named all of his planets, has he? Nice. He wants to flip to our side, but he can't since he's surrounded by his enemies, and he's not strong enough to defend against them all. I believe the strategy was that he is building defenses, like weapon platforms and such, but he will not be able to stand against them if he just defies them openly. So the idea was either Mystic pushes up to his borders, or I would push up to his borders, but the Kentarans are in the way. I have made an ultimatum between the last turn and this turn towards the Kentarans. I asked them to continue being neutral, and they said no, we are not going to be neutral, we are going to fully join that federation. So yeah, we can also fully consider them hostile now. I was offering them these 3 systems down here, where they already have some colonies, but they wouldn't know that I know this. And I was saying that they should have their core systems up here, which they should close off to outsiders, close them off to me, close them off to them, so that the other side can't get through there, and that I would be fighting the Eee in the bottom, and that they could take the space. But no. They said we are going to join the what was it, United Blades Federation fully. So be it. It's definitely a choice I can understand as a player, because, well, even if you say yes, I will not ally with them and I will stay neutral, then you would be a small empire between this federation and between me as the big impressive player with the highest score right now. And what would your goal be? Just living another 50 turns and then being a middling empire that has no hope of beating whoever's still standing? No, player-wise, gameplay-wise, it makes sense for them to join the other side right now. With all 4 of these remaining players united against Mystic and me here, it's not looking too good, but we still have that ace in the hole the form of the slurp narrator, so this game should still provide quite a bit of fun to see how it turns out. Another word I want to lose is that our resources, or my resources, look very impressive right now, but we can't spend it all at this moment in time. I have all the surplus here. Oh god, it's up to 70k at the start of this turn now. And I don't have the yards to use it. I need to build yards yesterday. Building some yards here, but it's not enough. I need more yards. Yard me up. Another thing that I did between turns is I saw after I handed in my turn that there were some planets left without any build orders, so just like 4. So I went ahead and gave some. Nothing interesting, just another battleship in the home system, a couple drones here and there, and then a couple colonizers in this system. What I need is not colonizers, though, it's shipyards. I mean, colonizers also create new consumption by having new planets that have build queues. But yeah. Alright. Let's get started on this turn. What are our new planets? Actually, first let's go through our mining operations. Okay, this is a drilling operation now, so this is fully leveled up. The yard ship can go elsewhere. Bad mineral values. This would be good rats value. We don't really need the rats value though. We want to put a rats station on here. Yeah, let's put a rats station on there. Nope, just obscures. And you will stay here for the moment and finish repairing this station, which is now producing 8,000 minerals from 300 supplies. The supply consumption calculative also takes effect on these, but again, it doesn't really matter. Since that part of the game is bugged. Homeworld is building another dairy decks. This place was building another dairy decks. This place just finished one. We should upgrade them soonly. I think we should upgrade them once they're down at the waypoint though. Instead of keeping them here for another turn. Okay. Just build more. Just build more. Couple battleships coming from our backyard systems deep in the corner of the quadrant. They're going to take forever to actually get anywhere. It's nice to have these reinforcements out, and I can definitely afford to maintain them while they fly towards the front. It's not like I have shipyards anywhere else right now of meaningful quantity. Okay, what's the other stations? You are also fully upgraded. Our vehicle drilling operation stage 3 has been retrofit, yes, but they were named retrofit. They were named drilling operation stage 3 retrofit towards the completed drilling operation. Okay. Repair ships will each stay where they are for another turn. Wait, this one is actually finished. This one isn't. So you can go. Delete that order. The yard ship here can find another place. Where would the third asteroid belt be? Over there. Oh, that can also do minerals. So you two go there. You are digging 10,000 minerals out of this 219% resource value field. It's going to go down by 1% per turn. There's a ton of minerals that we don't actually need right now. If anything, mining all of these minerals out of asteroid belts means that we can transfer more planets from resource collection to research production. This is a mining colony, but it's going to have an atmo plant anyway. A mining and farming colony. Yeah, how about you build some more research centers? 110% mining, you don't really need that. So you should upgrade them eventually. But queue me another 15 research centers there, will you? Do them in small batches. So I don't have to click it 15 times right now. Okay. I'm still interested in researching another level of applied research, because that is going to be the first one that will unlock the research directorate, which should be 5 or 10% research bonus to a planet. Used to be called just the central computer. But I believe the central computers are now for entire system modifiers. Where are they? Was it construction, industry? Well, I think computers was also a tick in here now. I think you need to get us to 3. There's also the option of unlocking central computers. Also discussed that with my ally there. Make our battleships quite a bit better. Alright, the space yards are building space yards. You are going to finish building that space yard. And you should build another space yard after you finish that space yard. Okay. All these drone groups you are supposed to collect. I'm going to delete your orders, give you an order to stay where you are. I'm going to give you 4 orders to recover drones. And then I'm going to give you an order to launch drones. Then you can launch all the drones that you have in one big ass group. That will be very good. Great, perhaps even, for penetrating warp points. Like the one down there where there was 2 Gomez battleships. And here where there's most likely a couple. I'll see how many in a couple turns when I have another drone here. Talking about seeing things. Do we see any things? No. Did we see anything down here where we were moving that little fleet along? No, we didn't. That's actually where the warp point is. So we can keep an eye on that now. Nice. We could also go through it, but he's the kind of guy that would defend his warp points. Did we see anything move through this system? No. Did we see anything while moving through this system? No. No Zorn assets hidden in here. So a couple hexes to discover there. After that, you could and should go towards that place, for instance. I mean, you're cloaked, you don't need to go inside that storm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go one further, why won't you? Oh, he's going to finish the service order anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, did you find anything else while you were jaunting around this system? No. Just the fighters that were in the middle. Guessing these guys won't have. Okay, we have a bunch of drones here now. This is waypoint 1, right? Yeah, waypoint 1. So 24 drones, minus on 1 satellite. Nothing on here anymore. You're going to come out of slow build soon, TM. And then you're going to build a couple colonizers for the high value planets in the system. Supply is going to be dumped full of mines as well. We don't really need it right now. So what do we do with these drones? These are Pios drones. Pios drones, so they are more of the modern drones that are good at point defense. These are good for fighting the E, which have lots of missiles. I should use these drones and use them to reinforce that main group I have over here, guarding that war point. Go there, please. Lots of weapon platforms queued here, but do we have a supply depot queued here? No, nothing queued in the system. You are Thane. Don't have received migration yet. Research compound, I guess it should go in here. No, don't delete anything, just remove one of those research centers. Another one for a port. Normally about the spaceport first, I want to collect resources, but in this case I want the resupply depot done faster. Okay. Already checked this front over here. Give orders to all assets down here in the southern frontier. We're going to build a few colonizers. Do we have anything else coming through? No, just mines here. Were you building? One set of legions here for another one for small invasion ships. No idea if you were building anything. But you should probably start building drones if you don't have anything else to do. Oh wait, you can build ships here. In that case, what kind of ship would we need? Do we just want a battleship or do we want support ships of some sort? We could use more minesweepers. Quite truly. Probably use some point defense ships to fight against the E. Now you're going to be there in a couple turns and then I'm going to have trouble fighting these. If I really wanted to, I could make a little simulation against these 11 ships and 10 drones. Is that a soul Kentaran colony? It's a weapon platform. Looks like a mine. It's like one mine, that would be odd. You've got a repair ship, you've got a single minesweeper, which is honestly not enough. I could use some mines here myself. Truth be told. Just dumping 100 mines on one of those war points there is going to be quite nice. We don't need mines right now. So I would like to take your capacity and build mines instead. What if I build 50 here, 50 there? Won't take all that long. How much mines can one of my small mine layers even transport? What's the name? Licinius. Oh, 187 mines. Just make 62. I can make 3 groups. Still done 3 turns. I guess I'm going to finish the under construction miner, so who knows how long it actually is. You are going to be building that mine layer. Going to be done a little faster. Oh yeah, also 912 construction rate, very nice. Then you build mines as well, please. And I guess there's 14 mines in orbit of these places that I could take along with me. Yeah, I'll just grab these. I can relocate those mines. You can't recover mines using the recover order. But there is an order to load objects from these groups. Load them as cargo. You don't recover them as units, you load them as cargo. Alright, you make 62 then. And you make 20 less, you just make 43 then. And you make 20 less, just make 42. Should we split those up again? You make 52 instead of 62. And the other planet will do the same. That works out, right? Was that 52 plus the 20 from here, plus the 20 from there, plus another 52 from the other planet here, plus 43, there's 187 mines that we're going to have done and collected in like 5 turns. Alright. There's a new planet up there that would be a decent mineral planet, that would also be a decent organics planet, neither of which we really need. So you're going to be doing research, and you're going to kill the Romulans that landed the colony ship. You're going to start with the space yard just because you're huge, if nothing else. And just build a billion research centers. Okay. I'm going to have quite a few things to do on our turns now. Let's go finish these new colonies first. For our event log. You are going to be a research compound one day when your Atmo conversion finishes. Are you also new? Yes, you are. Well, you are perfect rats values and great values in the other ones. You are going to be a resource colony. It'd be great if I could put some monoliths on here. Solar collective if there was more stars in the system. And if we were a crystalline race, which we're not. So, Atmo planet, please. And the Tenturbite planet. There are 133 minerals, yes. Mining colony, but we are going to want a space yard, we are going to want defenses. Various descriptions. And after that you can build, I don't know, an improvement plant or something. And then 10 mines. Before that happens, I guess we should go and have this thing. We expect to build ships or drones here at the front. What are these other guys doing? Value improvement plan, rats, facility, disruptor beam. So you're going to be done quite soon. Can start building more warshipy things. You there have an establisher ice. That one is a methane world, so you don't need to load pop. And 2 more such colonizers. So is this little fleet which are collected here, but not sent towards the planet so that I would not collect their drone groups, so that they wouldn't interfere. Or depending on what they have as defense, I might send them in relatively soon. Fuck that service system order you have. How about you just go there, and I will send you through this turn. We go that way. You sure can. This one hurts. Coronal mass ejection. And that would give you eyes on all of these planets. If you survive the transfer, which I do not believe you will. But I definitely want intelligence on what is there and what is there not. Okay. You can go there. You go closer towards the point down here to delete your orders. There's still a sentry order on you. And you will also go towards the warp point. Should I send it through now? I'm not ready to actually take advantage of it yet. Yeah, let's not. I'm just going to keep you here. Actually, I'm going to keep you somewhere else. Because the other drone is heading towards that exact spot. Don't want to lose them both at once, if I can avoid it. You colonize something next to you. It's nice, these non-volume gas 2 or 2 colonizers that just have a single engine in it built in just one turn on some of these planets now. You probably took 2 turns to build, and you are going to colonize what? Something up here, I guess. Gas is for this one, right? 4, 5, 6. No pop loading, please. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to colonize. Yep, that checks out. I'm already going through ships again. I wanted to go through my remaining planets. What's the last one? The one here in Canopus that we already took care of. Okay. So let's go through newly built ships again. Priscus is one of our large freighters that has built-in repair base. So let's go find you a nice asteroid belt to build something on. Oh, look at that, almost perfect mineral value. Go there, please. You can otherwise continue to build drones, or we can use you to build battleships. Other people or other places are building drones. We should also launch another wave of those sometime in the nearer future here. The drone groups of 4 or 5 drones are decent. Okay. You are going to require a little bit more repair because this thing has not does not have an associated repair ship with it. Were we building one? No, we were a big one. So we can wait for that and move this ship elsewhere in the meantime. He doesn't need the resources, so he's moved his mining ship off that belt. Where's the third belt? Wrecker, I believe, was a refining ship, so he's also moved that off this belt because he also does not need rats right now. But he has things that are meant to mine these, so let's send our yard ship elsewhere. Down here. System, which already went through. We're going to send something here. That's decent mineral values. You can put something there and put something there. Yeah, let's go choose this one. Come down here, please. And there you can build another station. If I wanted to, I can also go and just not refit, I can mothball these stations and then unmothball them whenever I want the income again. But it requires a yard to be there, and that would mean jiggling these yard chips around. Either that or building a separate yard station right next to the mining station, which would be kind of silly. Only kinda, but it would be kind of silly. Space dock like this costs, after all, 200 minerals in maintenance. Okay, let's check. We're already getting 32k minerals just from these 4 stations that we built. And they're not even fully repaired yet. That's just a couple half-assed stations I built with a few yard ships built with spare capacity in our core systems. You up there, yeah, you are not going to have much to do for the moment. Who else wants orders? You want orders here. You were going to stay, but we didn't have anything else for the second ship to do here. How about you go towards the tax rack system? There's going to be nice asteroid belts for you to do something in. Okay, and that's it for orders that ships want. Now let's go. We're going moving all these ships. There's 2 planets that need orders. Mama Jack 5. Methane breathing mining colony up here. 119%. Do we want to respec you into a research colony? Open the colonies list. So sorted by value here. Lowest value that we're mining is this world here. Project 1. Mining and farming. That's the one I just told to not build more mines and build more research centers instead. It's going to be busy rebuilding things for a while anyway. Anything else? What's the next candidate? Next worst thing we are mining? I designated this thing as a mining facility. Mining and refining, neither of which we actually need and use it for research centers. Okay. Then a Difter mining colony. Yeah, let's go. Turn this into something else, please. Okay. We just finished building all these research centers and then we can delete the remainder of the mineral miners that are on here. Well, just because this one is already under construction, I'm not going to delete it. That is the world down there. And to relabel you as well. Also going to relabel that other world. Okay. One more. Didn't mean to open that. This Mama Jack 5 world that we just talked about. What's our world down there in that system? Yeah, let's do it. Miners be gone. I mean, I'm building so many new miners on other worlds, and here I'm deleting them again. But that's the way it is. Need that flexibility. You are now a research world. Congratulations. And now we don't have quite that much surplus anymore. Very nice. Down a couple of K on the organics. They're actually the atmospheric converters take a decent chunk of organics to build and maintain. So that's going to be pulling a draw. Increasing our draw. Pulling our values down. But I believe we are still building quite a bit of organics. These farming facilities here, those full. We're also not building anything more. But you have tons of research centers on you. You are going to be full with organics here. Yeah, okay. I think I have enough organics coming in the future. This one is Intel, not farming. Okay, but I have one small breather coming up that is entirely full with farms, which should be enough for the near future. And if nothing else, I can just find some asteroid belt that doesn't have any good values and just build a farming station there. And then that will also be the end of it. Okay. One place needed orders. Arcturus 3. Oh, look at that. Organics and rats values. Organics values are not so good that we would mine these. The rats values are, and we are not that high on rats, so I think I do want to make this a rats colony. Let's check up to what percentage of rats did we build. Or we even have some that are worse. That's a homeworld, that's why. This is a refined economy with 125%. Probably also we spec this into a research world at some point. So with 134, you passed muster. You, sir, can just one half-ass weapon platform and space yard since you're relatively big, if nothing else. And rats, not research. There you go. Research is done. Just going to dump it all onto ECM. I don't think there's anything else here anymore. I'm going to want to contact the slop narrators myself at some point in the near future to try and figure out what they have as a plan for the future, what they are planning. Most of the contact with them just happened through Mystic. We haven't actually spoken ourselves yet, even if we made this treaty. Comparisons wise, anything new? Scores to go dip, then going up again. Research is going up. No, resources are going up. There's a little dip in the increase there because I deleted a bunch of facilities last time. This turn again. Research is actually going downish. Why is that? It's not like I'm getting unhappiness, right? Like I'm making an effort to increase the ease is still getting more and more. Intelligence. I think I build a few Intel centers again. Should respec something to more Intel, just so I can keep the edge. And a couple of Intel events that we've gotten fired the last few turns didn't seem entirely useless. Tech levels, now that the Kentarans have announced to me that they are fully going to join their alliance, which they only did a few hours after the player was online and already uploaded a turn for the other game, so I'm guessing it was after he had the chance to confer with his new allies, announced to me that he was going to join them, so I'm guessing it's already very much planned that he is going to join that tech share group very soon. And no surprises here in the population score. Alright. Now I'm going to make a screenshot of my eco screen and send it to my ally. I'm going to make a screenshot of my construction screen, send it to. It also has an info on what the surplus is of your economy. I mean, the net resources per turn are really what matters. It was Intel. I'm still going to keep it on the Kentarans. Sabotage Empire-wide has a chance to steal research, which is what I want. But the other effects that we're getting from Empire-wide are not bad either. The alternative I would do is probably sabotage ships and fleets. It's gonna have bombs explode. And he should not have all that many ships. Actually, we can see it, right? Kentarans have 25 ships. That's not all that many. I can just explode bombs on 5 of these in a couple turns span, then he's going to be scrambling to repair them. It's going to be a major dent in his defenses. Oh, alright. Calling it a turn.